We often treat Google like a secure digital vault, but the actual reality is that you're just renting space on a server that can lock you out in seconds. Imagine 15 years of photos and business files just gone. This isn't fear-mongering, this is the reality experienced by many people, and in this video I'm going to show you how to avoid that nightmare. We'll cover the manual mistake most people make, the hidden Google tool that instantly archives your whole digital life, and the automated strategy to back up your data while you sleep. Most of us assume Google is impenetrable and that our precious files will be there forever. And look, I'm a huge Google fan, I use their ecosystem every single day, but trusting a single company with 100% of your memories and your business documents is a massive risk. There are 3 big reasons why you need to take action today. First, let's start with the biggest risk: account bans. Google uses automated bots to police their platform. If you accidentally trigger or flag one of these, maybe a file in your Google Drive gets marked as suspicious or a payment bounces, your entire account can be shut down instantly. Gmail, Google Photos, Drive, YouTube, all of it locked away. Recovering it can take weeks, months, and sometimes it never happens at all. And then there's migration. If you're moving your business to Microsoft 365 or you're just done with Google, you cannot leave all that data behind. And finally, the one thing that people forget: ransomware and corruption. Even if Google never bans you, what if you accidentally delete a folder? What if something gets synced, like an infected bit of ransomware syncs to your files in Google Drive and corrupts them? Google Drive has a version history, yes, but it's not a true backup. A true backup is offline, independent, and entirely in your control. Now, before we get to the solution, I need to stop you from making a painful mistake. When people realize they need to save their files, their first instinct is to do it manually. They go to Google Drive, right-click on a folder and hit download, or worse, they start forwarding important emails to a new Yahoo or Outlook email address. Please do not do this. If you try to email your data, you're going to hit a wall almost immediately. You're limited to 25 megabytes per attachment. Do you know how many photos fit in 25 megabytes? About 5. If you have 10 years worth of photos, you'll be sitting on your computer until the next century. It's impractical, it's time consuming, and it destroys the organization of your data. Downloading folders directly from Drive isn't much better. If the connection drops halfway through a 10 gigabyte download, you have to start all over again from zero. And good luck trying to download your emails that way, because Google doesn't even offer a download all button for emails. The tool you actually need is Google Takeout. This is Google's native data export tool. It's powerful and thorough, but they bury it deep in the settings where most people never look. Think of Google Takeout as like a digital moving company. You tell them the rooms you want packed up, they box everything, tape it shut, and hand you the keys to the truck. Here's how you actually use it. First, you need to go to takeout.google.com. You need to sign in again because this is a highly secure area of your account. Once you're in, you're going to see a massive list of Google services, everything you've ever touched: Android device configuration, arts and culture, Blogger, Google Calendar, and Google Chrome bookmarks. It's all here. By default, Google checks everything, but don't just scroll down to the bottom and hit next. You'll end up with a messy, bloated archive full of data you don't need, such as your Google Play Store search history. The first thing you want to do is deselect all of this right at the very top. We're only focusing on the high value stuff. There are 3 main categories you'll likely care about: Drive, Mail, and Photos. Let's look at Google Drive. Find it in the list and check the box, but look closely. There are 2 buttons below it: multiple formats and all driving data included. Click the advanced settings or all drive data included. This allows you to choose specific folders. If you have a massive shared with me folder or a backup of an old computer that you don't need anymore, uncheck them. This will speed up the process significantly. Next up is Gmail. Check the box. The format here is usually mbox. This is a standard email database format. You won't be able to just double click on these files to read your emails like a PDF. You'll need an email client like Mozilla Thunderbird or Apple Mail to import that mbox file to later. That's okay. The important thing is that you've got all the raw data saved. Again, click the button that says all mail data included. If you only want to back up your invoices label or your family label, you can select just those. But for safety, I recommend grabbing everything under your Gmail. Finally, the big one: Google Photos. Documents can be rewritten, but memories can't be recreated. Check the box for Google Photos. Now, a warning here: Google Photos is likely the largest part of your account. If you have 200 gigabytes of data, 195 of that might be photos, but I'll take you through how to handle that massive file size in a minute. Once you've selected all your data, scroll to the bottom and click Next Step. Now choose how you want to receive the package. You have a few options. Send a download link by email. Google builds a zip file and emails you a link, and you can then download all that data onto your hard drive. That's the standard method. The other option is to have the Google Takeout added to your Google Drive, your Dropbox, OneDrive, or even Box accounts. This is interesting. If you're migrating to Microsoft, you can tell Google to build the archive and automatically push it to your OneDrive account. This saves you from having to download like 500 gigabytes to your laptop and then upload it again. It's a direct cloud-to-cloud transfer. However, for a true backup, I recommend getting the download link sent to you via email. Why? Because you want to download this data and have it saved to your computer. If you just move it from Google's cloud to Microsoft's cloud, you still don't physically hold that data. And actually, this is the place where 90% of people get stuck, because Google asks you to choose a file type and a file size. Leave the file type as a .zip, but look at the file size limit. The default option is normally 2 gigabytes. Here's the problem. If you have 200 gigabytes of photos and you leave it at 2 gigs, Google is going to send you 100 separate emails and zip files to download. You will have to download every single one, and extracting them is going to be a nightmare because the folders are split across different zip files. Change this setting, click the drop down and select 50 gigabytes. Now instead of 100 tiny files, you get 4 large ones. This is much easier to manage. However, make sure your internet connection is stable. If your internet is slow or spotty, a 50 gigabyte download might fail halfway through. And if you have terrible internet, stick to smaller chunks. But for most of you with, fiber and high-speed broadband, 50 gigabyte size files are perfectly fine. You'll also see an option for a one-off export or have a recurring export from Google Takeout. This is a brilliant set and forget feature we could all use. You can set this up today and Google will automatically generate a new backup for you, say every 60 days for the next year. You'll just get an email when it's ready. It's a great safety net if you don't plan on doing this manually every week. Now I need to pause here to explain a technical detail that trips up almost everyone who downloads their Google Photos via Takeout. When you download your photos, you expect to get a folder full of JPEGs that are perfectly organized by date. Not exactly. Google Photos uses a lot of metadata, which is information about when a photo was taken, where it was taken, who's in it. When you download and export from Google Takeout, Google sometimes separates this metadata into a separate file called a JSON file. So you might see image1234.jpg and right next to it image1234.json. If you just look at the JPEG image, it might not have the correct date taken embedded in it anymore. It might just show the date you downloaded it. This means if you import these files into a new photo system, such like Apple Photos, your timeline will be a complete mess. All your photos from 2015 might show up as being taken today, the day you uploaded the files to the new service. If you're just keeping these files as a doomsday backup, this doesn't really matter because you've got the image. But if you're trying to restore your library and migrate it to a new system, you'll need to use a tool to merge that JSON data back into the images. There are free tools online like Google Photos Takeout Helper that can do this for you, and I've stuck a link to that in the description. Now, everything I've just described involves manual work. You have to request the backup, wait for the email, which can take hours or days, download a huge amount of files and then store them on a hard drive. This is why I use a Synology NAS to regularly back up my Google personal account. A NAS is a network attached storage. It's basically your own personal cloud server that sits in your home or office. Synology has a brilliant piece of software built into it called Cloud Sync or Active Backup Sync for Google Workspace. Here is why this is infinitely better than Takeout. Google Takeout is an all or nothing dump. Every time you run it, you're downloading everything again. The Synology connects to your Google account and watches for changes. If you add 10 new photos and 1 new document today, the Synology sees that and only downloads those specific files. It's efficient, fast, and runs in the background 24/7. The data lands directly on the hard drives that you physically own, sitting on a box on your desk or in your house somewhere. If you delete a file in Google Drive by accident, Synology can be set to keep the file, preventing accidental deletions. And while the Synology Cloud Sync works great for Drive, Google changed the API for photos a while back, making it a bit harder to sync high quality optimized photos directly. However, using the Synology Photos mobile app, you can bypass Google entirely and back up your photos from your phone directly onto your NAS. So here's your escape plan. If you're somebody who just wants a safety copy of your Google account, use Google Takeout. If you're a power user who has more data than time, invest in a Synology NAS, set up the active backup or cloud sync, and you're away. Your data is your life's work, it's your life's memories. Don't leave it in the hands of a single algorithm. Whether you use Takeout or a NAS, the most important step is the one that you take today to secure it. If you're serious about protecting your business data and you want a team of experts to handle your backups and security, click the link in the description to book a video call with me. I'll help you bulletproof your business against data loss. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next one.